Okay. Welcome, people, to our GNN Guardians News Network right now, and this is episode 1. And I'd like to welcome my guests. I am on the Pso-world forums, XKXBD, otherwise known as Greed on the JP servers and BD on the Xbox 360 servers. A little info about me: I've been an avid player of the 360 since launch of the expansion, and JP since the launch of GC. I come from both of the spectrums of this game, so I'm kind of excited to get like a view from someone that plays strictly JP and someone that plays strictly 360. So let's see how this goes. Running down the line, introducing next. Whoever wants to go first on introduction
is me, Rectos. On the PSO forums, I am Akumaru, gamertag Rectos, and I've been playing Phantasy Star Universe for about 3 years. You know, quite some time, and I've never really had any conversations about Phantasy Star because nobody else plays Phantasy Star, and it's probably it's probably good to talk with people who will been here as long as me and have good opinions.
Alright, I guess I'll go. Well, I'm Ian, or Death Dragon 2323 on the PSO World Forums. I've been playing Phantasy Star for, I don't know, about 4 years now. I play strictly JP just because 360 servers suck. There's just so much more to do on the JAP server.
Oh, yeah, there is.
But
we'll get into that right now in a minute. We will. Okay, thank you guys for the introduction. Thank you. Okay, the first topic today, and actually, I did make a post about the topics and what people would want us to hear, and actually it got flagged for, one of the mods flagged it. I'm trying to remember for what. It was just that I had to talk to him. It was Reina, I think, said that I needed to talk to him before doing this, so I did do that right now, and he actually, I don't know if it's a he or she, honestly, they talk to me in such a weird way that it sounds like unisex. I'm just saying, I really don't know. But said person told me that they're happy that we're doing this, but they just wanted to know, like, when we're going to do it and all this stuff. And I told them, like, I would love to do it weekly or bi-weekly, because their podcast is really slow, and it's like, the last one came out, like 2 months ago. So I kind of want to revamp that, and I want to make this, like, the official podcast. I would love to do that. So this is what it's for. We're striding to do that. And I'd love to have guests. And actually, this is episode 1, so let's hope we have more guests in the next coming episodes. Now, on to the first topic is PSO2, which we all know and love that last week the official alpha test started. And actually, it ended this Sunday? If I'm not correct. I think it's this Sunday. This is on Monday, by the way, that we're filming. Yes, it just ended, and I did not receive an invite on any of the 3 days.
Neither did I.
Really? Well, I know they're letting more in on the last.
The last day was supposed to be like an influx of, I think, 150,000 people.
Yeah, it's supposed to be some huge.
If I read it correct on their Facebook, which I had to Google Translate like crazy.
Google Translate.
And actually, okay, well, first we'll start on the topic, and the topic last time we were talking about was, has anyone seen alpha coverage, like video coverage yet?
Not yet. I haven't seen anything. I've checked YouTube daily, so I don't.
Okay, that's something we'll talk about right now then. PSO2 has a disclosure agreement that when you get your email, you click a link and you have to click agree. And someone translated it and put it on the bump.org. If y'all have the PSU like blogspot, that if you post anything on YouTube or Nico video, that they will instantly flag it and make you, like on, actually I talked about this last time, that I put on the menu music for the opening of PSO2, and they flagged it in a matter of like 2 to 3 hours after I got like over 1,000 views.
Wow.
And it told me like Sega is specifically telling you have to take this video down or your account will be shut down. And that account is my JP account, which I put all my videos of the new missions and events and stuff. So I was like, no, please. But yes, prior to all this shutting down happening, I did see a video of a JP player going through the character customization, finishing original character and going into the lobby, which is very PSO-ish.
Yeah.
It is extremely, and then from there he went into the hub station, where all the characters can buy items from the spaceship, and they jump into like this portal, like on PSO, where it teleports you to the planet. Which I don't know too much info right now. The planet has a name right now. It's the forest planet. I just don't know the name. The details on alpha tests are so strict right now. I'm lucky I even know this. But last time we were talking about customer...
I'm wondering if we can even talk about this.
Oh my god, I know, right? But character creation is very detailed in this game. And I saw videos. I liked it so far. Like, the only thing I had an issue with were the strictly 3 races right now. And I don't know if y'all are having issues with that too.
I mean, I kind of miss that there isn't beasts. That kind of sucks, but I mean, I don't know.
You got to remember about the timeline.
Yeah,
that's true. This is a
timeline
prequel.
they set.
Is it correct as a prequel, or is it it's after PSU?
It's before PSU. I'm guessing because it's Phantasy Star Online. Online and Universe are set like thousands of years apart. And,
yes, actually, that's right. That's right.
Beasts are a new genetic creation.
But the nice thing is, a while back there was a post from Dragon Saki that since they're planets, there would be different races eventually. Like, we would stumble upon them. So I'm hoping that comes true in the future.
I'm guessing we'll probably see new races, but not play as new races. You know how, like, all the other Phantasy Star games, I'm not talking about the online, there are other races out there, but, you know, they haven't really been introduced into the online community. Like, I forget what they're called, the Matuvaba, whatever. They're in Phantasy Star 4, they're like a blue bird race. They're kind of like beasts, but they're like birds. It's weird.
That's cool. You see, I wish that they would have more variety in that sense, because like I don't know, personally I was a fan of Infinity when they came out with the Dooman race.
Oh yeah.
The Doomans.
Doomans.
Yes. It explained a lot too, because you know you had all those questions about some characters that were infected by the seed and then they just randomly came back to life.
Yeah.
And you're like, is that cool? Yeah. But yeah, on Alpha right now, the character creation between the 3... Oh, they threw that out the window, too. There is no difference between the races.
Really?
Other than, like, a few different... Like, the cast will have that hover mode, where they can hover. I don't know if it's human and Newman specifically, but the forces can teleport.
Right on.
And then, I'm trying to think, there's another one that's specific for the classes. But then, going off from the concept arts, what do y'all think about it so far?
Yeah, Hugh Newell, I guess they're called. They look the same. Just look spiffier. Yeah. You know what I mean? They haven't really changed anything from Phantasy Star, except, you know, they're a little pointier, and they still have their hats, which is good.
That's the funny thing, because they always say in the media coverage that this is PSO2. This is nothing like PSO. It is original in its sense, and they still have the same character designs.
Well, the male new techers do, but yeah.
The male techers look exactly like Dr. Montague, male Newmans. I was just like, what are we doing with this concept again? I don't want to be some creepy Newman. So I hope that they have like of course they will. And I saw the character creation on alpha test so far, and it was pretty bland. But I like that you can change like every little thing for your character.
Well, I mean, it is an alpha. I mean, there's probably gonna be much more in the beta.
And that was another thing. How do y'all feel about the release date? Do y'all feel that it's a little ambitious?
Oh yeah, the end of this year, right?
Yes, they wanted it for a holiday release.
Yeah.
Like I said before back then, Sega has a very bad habit of releasing games quickly and not having it ready to be played. You know what I mean? Like with the content on Phantasy Star, the US Phantasy Star. Like how I was saying back then,
Oh yes, I understand. Wow. Yeah, that's true. But so far, like PSO2, I'm interested. I want to obviously play it, but it's just I'm not seeing so much like it's not pulling me in like PSU did right now. Like there's no gravitational pull that tells me like I must play this game right now, other than like it being so like limited right now.
Yeah.
And of course I will play it. I mean, like all this, they're making stuff more appealing, like the whole unit system, how that works with PSO2.
Very interesting.
That's interesting. Like how I think the Tekker has like the most outrageous units. Like I think to cast faster you get like this arm unit. Like they showed a picture of it on the PSO the website world page, and it's like your arms have like these like you look like a Delnazilian from PSU. I think that's what you look like, but you cast faster, which is really interesting. I was just like, well, how does that affect? I didn't understand that, but that's what they're doing.
Let's just say it's aerodynamic.
I hope. Let's go with that. That's also another thing. How do y'all feel about the first-person shooting for Tekkers and Gunners?
That's sweet as hell for, Gunners, but I don't really see the point in Tekkers. I mean,
I guess I could see it because a lot of people were complaining about like in PSU where like if you cast Foy or Majid or Zonde or Barda, it just goes straight.
Yeah, that's true.
Versus, like, I can understand Barda because it's on the floor, but Foy, Majid, and Zonde, like, they're hovering. So why can't I aim that? And that's okay. We'll get that. We'll get to that in the JP one about
probably because you can probably aim it. It'll probably, if you have weak points on an enemy, you can aim it for that, and it'll deal more damage.
I just like what they did with the PSO2, like the whole first-person shooter for both. I mean, I think it'll be interesting to play.
Yeah, it was very, very interesting to see. At first, I was blown away. Like, really? You can actually aim?
Yes. Oh, and then how do y'all feel about the new weapon classes that they introduced in PSO2? Like the gunblade, the bladed whip. What's the other one? There's another one. The like assault rifle. How do y'all feel about those?
I mean, they look cool, and I mean, they're probably going to be sweet. I mean, because it's just something so new. Curious what it'll be like. I mean, I don't have any thought because I haven't seen anything on it really. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, from the trailers, it was very, very like hush hush on it until they released. I think the whip blade was the first weapon to be released.
That's for humans, right?
Hunters.
Yeah,
get
hunters.
It. Hunters, and it works just like a whip in PSU, except it latches onto the enemy and throws them in the air. Twirls them around, does extra damage.
Yeah, I heard you can actually latch onto somebody and you can huck an enemy at another enemy for damage.
That is cool. Like, I think that's cool. And then another thing that like people were asking for so badly in PSU was a gunblade. Because the idea was so fun when people concept art out, but when PSU did it, they did like one that looks like a blade that looks like a gun that you can use as a blade, and the other one was literally a gun with a blade on it.
Oh yeah, those were a fan made, weren't they?
Yes, I was like, excuse me, what? You just like ruined that artwork. But hey, that weapon's actually pretty good on the JP. I'm not gonna lie, but still, I was just like, and then they haven't released, which they do for PSU, any of the concept weapons that they have. And I did see in the video that like a rare item in Alpha was Emilia's staff from PSP2.
Really?
Yes, it was her staff. I forget the name of it, but it looks like the Card Captor Sakura weapon. That's what I call it. I don't know the name of it. I forget because I never was a Tekker in our PSP2 or Infinity. So I wouldn't know the name of the weapons of the rods in there other than like the ones I know from PSO.
Well, that just throws a kink right into the timeline, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I have no idea where this thing takes place.
Yeah, they could do like the thing with PSU, like your subspace, where time inverts differently there. I don't know.
Oh,
they could do that. I don't know what they're planning. I just know we better see like the weapons from PSO. Like I want to see my Sanjay Yasha, my Gildan Milla, the J sword, which everyone really wanted in PSU, but they couldn't really do it because it was overpowered. But we'll see. Maybe PSO2 is going to be interesting. I will say this. You guys can